Harry, congratulations, a new 3-year contract with the Rhinos. Pleased to have it all agreed?
Yeah, definitely, Phil. It's been a stressful few weeks, really, trying to get it all sorted, but absolutely delighted to secure my future for the next 3 years. Finally know what I'm going to do, and yeah, I just feel really settled here and ready to kick on.
And it was a serious contract for you to sign. It was a big decision to make, and you rightly took your time over that and looked at what other options might be available to yourself.
Yeah, definitely, especially after my injury. It sort of made me realise that this career is a short career and it can be over just like that. So I took my time with it. Obviously I had this year left anyway, and I did explored options in the NRL and also rugby union as well. But delighted to be staying here. I've been here since I was 14 now, so to secure these next 3 years it's really made me happy.
And there's been a number of new contract extensions announced within the squad. There seems to be a real commitment to each other for this group to move forward in the next few years.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, after the golden generation, we feel like we've got our own coming through now. There's been a lot of boys here that have been here since we were 14, 15, come through the scholarship and academy. And it's nice to see those players signing first team deals. We've obviously got a few players that have come up this year that are younger than me. And they're really impressing as well in pre-season. So to have that next generation of players come through and submit long-term contracts to the club is great.
And does it feel, the last 2 years have been obviously really disruptive with COVID, but obviously for injury for yourself, does it feel like 2022 is almost a rebirth for this team and a restart, starting again?
Yeah, definitely. Before COVID, we were playing really well. COVID came and it disrupted everything. It disrupted every team, everyone's lives across the world. But feels like now we're getting back on track. Obviously, we're back to full crowds. For me, since my injury, the World Cup got postponed, which was probably a blessing in disguise. And that's something this year that I've really got as a target, to be involved in that World Cup at the end of the year. And obviously, having a full pre-season under my belt will help that.
How are you finding pre-season? Obviously a really important one for you for a big 2022 ahead.
Yeah, definitely. We've obviously employed a lot of new staff here. It's been a massive change. There were disruptions last year with COVID where we couldn't do certain things, but all that's out the window now. It's a lot more professional environment to be in, and the boys are loving it. Just new faces, learning different things, employing a different S&C coach that's brought his own regime in, and it's just refreshing. And
obviously you missed out on that Challenge Cup final in 2020, so how keen are you to be part of a silverware winning side in the years ahead?
Yeah, definitely. That's something that all rugby players aspire for, to win silverware. For me, that was gutting to miss that final, but like I said before, missing it in COVID was probably the best time if you're going to miss a cup final. But no, as a group this year, we'll be looking to build on last year and go one step further in hopefully making the grand final and competing as hard as we can in that Challenge Cup.
You mentioned the World Cup there. It's a huge year for rugby league as a sport. To have a player of your quality committing to rugby league and to the England squad ahead of that is a boost for the whole game. How much would it mean to you to be part of a home World Cup?
That's something that I've had in mind for the last few years, building towards that home World Cup. Obviously last year, like I've said already, it got postponed, which was probably good for me. Didn't quite get to where I wanted to last season in terms of physically having come back from such a big injury. But no, it's a really exciting year for the sport. It's an exciting year for the club. We've got a lot of young players that will be pushing to make that squad. And for me, I know the things I've got to improve in pre-season, get myself physically ready to compete in Super League first.
You mentioned the new faces in the camp, but how excited are you to work with Blake Austin and Austin Seed, and of course David Fusitu is on his way to join up on the outside there as well? Yeah,
definitely. I spoke with Rich over the off-season about Fusitu, and it's really exciting for me. He's going to play outside of me, so I'm looking forward to that, linking up with someone new that's been a world-class winger his whole career, just learning a bit from him, and I'm sure that'll improve my game. And obviously, like you said, Caesar and Austin, like training today, they glide around the park, they know what they're doing, and I really do think they'll help our attack this season.
And just finally, obviously the Leeds fans have shown a great deal of faith in you, while giving you the support while you were injured and everything else. How much does it mean to you to commit your future to the Rhinos and to those fans?
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, they've stuck by me through my injury, supported me as a player while I've been up and coming through the club, and just to commit my future to the club for the next 3 years is great, and I'm just going to give my all to make sure I play my best on a Friday, Thursday or Saturday night, whenever it may be, and just make sure we go win some silverware for the crowd.